Now, the last thing we are going to do with our background video is add a simple toggle button and JavaScript to play and pause our video in case the user wants to stop the video, or maybe you start with the video in pause and you want to give the user the option to play the video. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get rolling here. In a previous video, I mentioned that we were going to use the button and an event to call a simple JavaScript function. Now, for this to work, I have the button inside of our div background space video. Okay, and the button's not going to work in here because of the layering. And what will happen is there are elements that are on top of the button, so we won't be able to interact with the button. So we need to make sure our button comes forward. All right, so I'm going to get rid of the comment, and then I'll just cut our button element here. And we are going to place our button after the video. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to create a div to hold our button. So div, and we need to style this, so let's call this class equals, and we'll call this vid toggle. Like so. All right, and let's go ahead and close the opening div. We'll paste in my button. I forgot to get my button up here. Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and paste our button inside, and let's close our div. Okay, so just a quick overview. We've created a div. This way we can target this div with the class vid toggle. We can make sure that this element is going to go where we want and go above all of the other elements. We're going to use a button element just to keep this simple, so we'll use this to create a basic button. And then we're going to use the event on click, and I don't know that it matters 100%. I'm used to doing it where we capitalize the C in click, but I believe it'll work both ways. I'm going to go ahead and capitalize my C here, and for some reason it doesn't. We'll come back and make the C lowercase. But I'm used to my events being where the second word in the event is capitalized. Okay, so onClick equals, and then play pause. This is user defined. I made this up. And this is going to be the name of our function, which we're going to then write our statements inside to get our video to pause and to play. And then I just have some type play pause showing up. Okay, let's go ahead and write our CSS rule and get our button to show up. Since our new element comes after the video element closes, I'm going to add my rule here after the video mask we used in a previous demo, and let's go ahead and write our class vid toggle. I'm having a tough time with spelling toggle here. All right, so vid toggle. Matter of fact, I'm going to make sure, did I spell it correct over here? Okay, good. I didn't put taggle over here. Okay, let's go ahead and add our opening and closing curly braces. We're going to set our position to absolute. And let's go ahead and set our top to 10 pixels. Move it down because there's a border we have to deal with. So top 10 pixels, we'll set the right, I can set the right to 0. And we're going to set the width. Now I don't really know how wide this button's going to be, but I'm just going to guess that we set the width to 70px. That's why I only need the right to be 0, because it's probably not 70px. So our start point should be well to the left of our border. And let's just go ahead and set the height to auto. And I'm going to hedge my bet here just to be on the safe side, and we'll set a Z index of 1,000 because I think the header is at 100. So I'm just gonna, and the header would end up being over the top of this because the header draws after vid toggle. So let's just check real quick. And header. Yes, Z index of 100. Okay, so I'm going to set the Z index of our toggle button to 1,000. All right, let's go ahead and save. And we'll do a quick preview. And here is our button. And you can see when I click on it, it in fact toggles. Okay, great. Now we're going to add our script. So let's go back to our code. Let's go ahead and open up our JavaScript panel here, and we will begin, we'll just drop down one line. Let's begin by declaring a variable, and let's call our variable my video equals, and what we're going to do is get at the document, and the document dot get element by ID. All right, and let's go ahead, and the element that we need to get at is our video background space video. So I'm just going to make sure I don't spell this wrong, and let's just copy, and I'll paste background space video, and let's go ahead and semicolon. Now we will write our function, and our function is going to be play pause. And then we have to make sure we have our parentheses, and then add a space. We'll add our curly brace to hold our statements, and I'll make a little bit of room. And play pause, just so we know, our function play pause is part of, scroll down here, where did I place it? Okay, on my button, we have our event on click. Our event is calling our function play pause. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take variable my video. We're going to load background space video into my video. So now we're getting at our function, and what we need to do is, let's do a quick little test. We'll do if, and then my video, like so, dot paused, and let's go ahead and drop down a line. Then we'll go ahead and state my video dot play, and then our parentheses, semicolon. We'll drop down else. So we'll do this, meaning my video play, else we will my video, whoops, get it down on the right line here, my video dot pause, curly brace, and then semicolon, and we have our closing curly brace, so we should be good. Let's go ahead and save, and we will update, and let's see, sometimes it takes I have to update. There's our video. Our video might take a moment to start playing here. Let's go ahead and just refresh our page a second time. All right, so there is our video, and we should be able to click and play and pause our video. All right, perfect. Now, just because we can, let's go back, and I'm going to take our variable, our script, our variable and our function, and I'm going to cut. So we can obviously place our JavaScript directly in the JavaScript panel, but you also have the option, let's go ahead and open this up a little bit more. Let's find our button real quick. Here's our button. We'll go directly after our button, and we will write script. We will paste. Now I'm not going to worry about the formatting just to save a little time here. We'll drop down and we will close our script. So what we're doing is we're adding our script right into the HTML directly following our button. Okay, and we'll go ahead and save. We'll go back. We'll update our page, and let's go ahead and there's play, and there is pause. All right. Okay, so adding a simple JavaScript event and function to or on a button, which we can toggle the play and the pause.